Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us. Team Mosso at the1916company.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Reach out to us directly, Mosso at the1916company.com for pricing. Today we're discussing a launch for the 2020 model year. This is a 1,000-piece stainless steel limited edition from TAG Heuer, the Monaco Prix De Monaco Historique chronograph, dedicated to the historic Grand Prix using old-fashioned Grand Prix cars, held in May of 2020, and it features the colors of the Principality of Monaco on its dial. And of course, the watch named after the Principality, always associated with the Grand Prix that's held there during the spring, originally launching back in 1969. It is a emblematic and distinctive enduring Heuer and later TAG Heuer chronograph shape. So the watch, of course, 39 millimeters in diameter, though unconventionally sized because it's not round. You will note that it is 15.1 millimeters thick and 47.4 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip, with a 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. On the wrist, and my wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see a 39 millimeter Monaco is a large Monaco. I would consider this watch to wear like a 42 millimeter round watch, maybe even a 43. And I really recommend your wrist not be a whole lot smaller than mine to wear this. There are smaller Monacos out there. Consider those if your wrist is 15 centimeters circumference or less. I think 16 centimeters circumference and up is just right for this watch. It is a substantial watch, though. In the hand, it feels hefty. It's the way you imagine a luxury watch would feel. Perforations, much like you'll find on high-performance automotive upholstery, shift knobs, steering wheels, driving gloves from the 60s. Old watches from the 60s and 70s often featured perforated straps, the better to vent the wrist. You'll note that there are no perforations for a pin buckle here because the watch does not use them. This clasp has a twin trigger release system to keep it secure, and then you can see that you actually tuck the strap in. It goes through and under the clasp, and then once sized, it's held in place under the clasp body with no minder loops or excess length visible externally, so it's a very clean design. You can see the case includes both polish and satin to break up the masses of stainless steel. The lugs are short cropped and angular. We have a little bit of a curvature in the profile, and you can see that wrapping around the bezel structure, which has a little bit of an arc from the center out, and then a little bit of a dip from the center out when viewed in profile. We do have faceted and alternately polished and satinated chronograph pushers. We got a TAG Heuer logo on the crown, and though it is a push-down crown, the watch is 100 meters water resistant. A generously boxed and cambered sapphire, evocative of a vintage plexiglass. And then we have this wonderful combination of metallic red and a silver sunburst center. We have boxed and recessed sub-registers, and you will note that when the watch is not running, those are your chronograph registers. Chronograph seconds, minutes, and hours, running seconds de-emphasized with a faceted window for the date. Now you will watch as I reactivate everything here. The watch features hacking seconds. It features a quick set date, and it features a vertical clutch for chronograph engagement. So when you start it up, there's no jump, stagger, or extraneous motion like you'd have with a lateral clutch. And because it's a vertical clutch, there's no additional wear or tear on the mechanism. So if you wish to leave it running full-time for aesthetics, you can do so. You could see the image of a vintage Grand Prix car up between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock to remind you what is being celebrated and commemorated here. And you can see the individual hour indices are a combination of deep linear satin grooves and polished outer facets. They are rhodium-plated steel like the hands. We'll do a loom shot. You can see the hands alone are luminescent. We flip it over, we have one of TAG Heuer's own movements. First, there is a dedication to the event being commemorated. You can see this is 1 of 1,000. This is number 850 in the series. Unusual to see a combination of a 1 of 1,000 script, but then also individual numbering. Usually a company will go with one or the other. I'm happy about the individual numbering. I always like to see that. Caliber Heuer 02, so automatic winding, 80-hour power reserve, vertical clutch with column wheel, and actually if you look, you will be able to find that column wheel has been colored red. It is a particularly crisp and pleasurable column wheel to use. 4 Hertz beat rate, 33 joules. The standout feature really being that 80-hour power reserve, solidly more than average in the space. And then you can see that there are Edicron keys for making fine adjustments, and that the movement nicely fills out the case. This is a TAG Heuer exclusive movement, and it does proud the lineage of the TAG Heuer Monaco chronograph. If you want a Monaco that's not like the others, not another Steve McQueen or Gulf Racing tribute, this is the one. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.